Hey everybody, this is Samantha J with Life in Spirit Online with the NASCA Network, and we are here with Lonnie Hunter. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm awesome. So first, I just want to say thank you for even sitting down with us today. I know you are so busy. You got your hands in everything.
Yeah.
So we really, really appreciate you just taking the time to talk to NASCA today. So we got so much to get into. I know you got everything going on. You got the music going on,
Yeah.
the national syndicated radio show. You got the clothing line. So we're kind of going to get into the music first,
Okay.
which is what I want to talk about. What's going on with the music? So we hear that you have a new album coming out. You're working on new music. What can you tell us about that?
So excited about the new CD. The new CD is called Get It Done, and the single is Forever I Will. And that comes out the second week in March, so about the middle of this month. They'll start hearing it on the radio, and then the full project comes out in the summer, and I am so excited about it.
Awesome. Well, who did you work with? How did the process come about? Who did you work with on the album?
Well, I produced it, and Ty Scott Records. I signed with Ty Scott Records, and we've done a marriage that has been incredible. You know Ty Scott Records from other artists like Dietrich Hatton, Vashawn Mitchell, Anthony Brown and Group Therapy, Rance Allen. They're all on Ty Scott, so I'm a part of that company now, and they've just been doing a phenomenal job getting this out there. You know what I'm saying? So we are excited about new music. Thank you for everything that you all have done for the last project. Anyway, that did a phenomenal job. So we're just glad, should I say, to bring you back new music.
Now, I was having a discussion with somebody earlier about gospel and inspirational. What do you consider yourself, a gospel artist or an inspirational artist? And is there even a difference?
I consider myself an artist. Even so, on this new project, there is a love song on there that is good news. And that's what gospel is to me. It is just good news, whether you give it a label or not. As long as somebody leaves from your presence or from that song better than when they came into the presence of the song, and I'm talking better to the glory of God, then you've done your job, whatever you want to call yourself.
I like that. I didn't know how you would answer that, but I like that. Long as it's good music and it's getting the message out, that works for me. All right. So I know that you said you had a tour coming up. We definitely want to make sure that we put that out with all the new music is going out. Tell us about everything you got coming out with the tour so we can make sure that we come out and support you.
Well, the tour is the McDonald's Gospel Tour, and it will go 17 cities from Philadelphia to LA, and it'll run through September. But it's for the Ronald McDonald House. We're raising funds for the Ronald McDonald House, and it just so happened that at the time that I'm dropping this new CD, this McDonald's tour comes up, so I don't have to pay for my own tour. I can just do the same thing. You feel me?
Won't he do it?
Do one thing and put something else in the same pot and keep it moving. Yeah.
Well, bless God. That's a blessing.
It's good. The tour is huge too. It features Donald Lawrence, Ricky Dillard, Dorinda Clark Cole, Tasha Page Lockhart. I think Yolanda Adams is on the tour. So we're looking forward to it.
So you're going to be in some good company.
Good company.
Good
Yeah, they got me
company.
doing duos. So I'm hosting the tour and singing. So by the time that 17th city is finished, I'll be whispering.
But you're going to get it done, right?
Get it done, baby. I'm gonna get it done.
All right, so let's talk about this phrase, get it done. I've been kind of watching you on social media, the hashtag, get it done, everything is get it done. Let's talk about this phrase, just get it done. Where did it even come from first?
It was crazy because New Year's Eve of 14, going into 14, I was at an event and I was going out to sing for New Year's Eve. Maybe 7,000 people out there. And I kept hearing backstage the New Year's resolutions. And before I could open my mouth on stage, God told me, forget the resolutions. Just tell the people to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So forget starting in January and in February you're doing something totally different. Just get it done. And I thought he was telling me to tell the people I was singing in front of. He said, no, not tell these people, tell the people, meaning a more global thing. So I brought it to the radio show and I started encouraging people to get it done, whatever your it is for you, to get that thing done. And out of that came the clothing line, the Get It Done clothing line. And that's a sportswear line for 2014 and 2015. Then we're going to go into, the menswear and the dress-up clothes and all of that. Yeah. But I just believe that everything that you are supposed to be is already inside of you. But God is waiting on us to give him something to work with. And you hear people say all the time that favor is not fair. And while that is true, favor is not ignorant. So when you multiply zero, you get zero. So if you don't get up and do something, God can't make it into the more abundance that He's got for us.
Awesome. I want to talk about the radio show next. So I listened to the radio show, and you are nationally syndicated. About how many markets are you in now?
12, 12 cities. But some markets have 3 cities to 1 station. Yeah, so it works out like that.
Awesome. So one of the parts of your show, I know you do a lot of different things in the show. You're kind of starting to do the parodies now, but one part you do is the advice. People kind of call in and, they want to get advice from you. Where do you really pull from? Because I know some callers, they get on the line. I say, ooh, I don't know how he going to answer that one. I'm stumped. I'm like, I don't know how he's going. But you always come up with something that they really leave with. Even if you're not the caller, your person listening and say, okay, that was a really good answer. Where do you even pull from to even give people advice, to push them that they even want to call into your show and get advice from you?
Well, prior to radio, I was the dean of students for Chicago Public Schools, and out of college, I worked for a company called Aunt Martha's Youth Service Agencies, which is a social service agency, and that's where I gained all of my counseling experience and got all of my certifications and all of that. So now, with that coupled with hearing God's voice, that's how I'm able to do that. And Thursdays, which is what you're talking about, What You Think Thursday. That is the most popular day of the week. And you would think that people would like a day that is lighthearted, you know what I'm saying? But Thursdays is when people can really tap in and get a runway to a solution. I'm not the end all and be all of what's right and wrong because they only give me their side of the story. But we can give them a runway, you know what I'm saying, to just start from a perspective that's not emotionally connected to the problem. And if you're not emotionally connected, sometimes you can see beyond the fog of the issue.
With that being said, you're really blessed. You have your hand in everything: radio, music, the clothing line. Someone that sees you or says, okay, I really aspire, I want to do all these things and I'm aspiring to do all these things. What would you say to them? Because I know it probably hasn't been an easy road to kind of get to where you are. What would be some advice, or how God has even brought you to where you are now? What would you tell them?
To get it done. That is literally what I would tell you, to get it done. But the key to getting it done is understanding that small steps towards your bigger goal is how you achieve that goal. So what I started doing is doing a goal for every Friday. Instead of saying, I want to be this, I just want to be this for this week. And then at that month, I was a different person. At the end of that year, I would attain that goal. But a lot of people have 3 and 4 things that they want to do, and they go after all of it at the same time, which is kind of insurmountable. It's overwhelming. So just narrow it down, small steps, 1 day per week, and it'll get you there.
I like that. I'm sitting here preaching this morning. We just want to say thank you so much. We definitely appreciate you speaking with us. You're so awesome. We appreciate you. Thank you.
She's cute too.
I try.
You try a little something.
My bad. All right, for the NASCAR Network, I'm Samantha J.